Now, very quickly, so that I will be able to at least to cover things here. Marriage is based on certain elements. And we have to remember those elements. The first element is element of Iman and Taqwa. You remember I said no dryness in the religion of Islam? And that's how those mashayikh, you know something very interesting about Sheikh Abdul Qadir al-Jailani in his method of teaching his students. He will question or look to their behavior in order for them to be either closer students or far students. Not about how much you memorize. He was the sheikh of disciplines. Therefore, have a person, and by the way, for those I think not good about Sheikh Abdul Qadir al-Jailani, even Ibn Taymiyyah and other scholars says a good man, okay? So that just to clear the record. He's one of the great mashayikh, Sheikh Abdul Qadir. He will have his student being checked by how much that person is behaving. If the person, for example, have a bad relationship with his family, he will not make him a teacher of others. He will yu'akhiruhu, because he doesn't want him to set up the example. Therefore, it is connected. It's very important that to connect the behavior and the understanding with the disciplines and the connection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, Iman, Taqwa. Brothers and sisters, how long do you think we're going to live in this life? Everyone sitting in this room, 100 years will be gone. More likely. Even if you are 5 years old sitting in this classroom. There's a big court. There's akhirat, life to come. And whatever we do here, it has to have a connection with life to come. Our marriage life, our parental relationship, we have to think about this taqwa, piety, righteousness. And that's what is the unique about Islam. There's something beyond this physical appearance and this physical life you see. It's called life to come, akhirah. Therefore, I want all of us to have it in that perspective. The patience you may have, the overlook of the mistake of your spouse. All of this, nothing goes without compensations. Period. Trust me, brothers and sisters, I say this because Allah says so. Nothing goes in this life without compensation. Whatever you think that you don't have, if you thank Allah for what you have and being grateful and be patient, you're going to have a compensation in life to come. Therefore, taqwa, righteousness, is a foundation of relationship. And that's why Allah repeated in one verse 3 times. الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. Raqaba, been watching over you, also is piety and righteousness. Therefore, we have to have that taqwa. Before, you remember that I said the principle of human relationship? Before we do anything, we have to think Allah watch over us. Allah sees every part of our house, whether it's apartment, whether it is a house. Allah sees every action we do. Therefore, taqwa, piety, righteousness, it is the foundation of this relationship, connecting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wouldn't it be nice if we in Adam Center here, we have a theme of, spread righteousness and taqwa in the community, just having us to remind each other of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we remind each other in the connection of relationship, how we treat our spouses and our children based on this formula of taqwa and righteousness. And have a community being a community of righteousness, of taqwa and piety. It would be interesting if we spread that in the community and that feeling of connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, taqwa is the first element of it. And that's why if a spouse wronged their spouse, they have to know that will be in our book in Day of Judgment. We want a relationship that take us to Jannah, take us to paradise, the ultimate goal, where the ultimate comfort, and absolute comfort. Therefore, this is the important of it, taqwa and righteousness, piety. We have to understand what Islam asks of us. Many of us, we don't know our duty and obligation according to Islam as husband and wives. We have to have that.